Yeah, he is. Hello, you got a fight game? All those are 40 FPS. Okay, today's shot we gonna catch people in 4K.
Your bestie.
What is wrong with y'all niggas? I don't know what's wrong with you. Like, we're bros, I'm sure the band, like, they should not call me their friend, in case anybody's put the gun in my hand. I keep on catching y'all niggas in 4K.
free Flint Creek.
What's up, RIP my iconic.
Where we hit it today. Yesterday I thought we were gonna hit 1 million followers, but we didn't. So today I went out and got a whole bunch of stuff to make a cake for hitting 1 million. Then I came home and had my little cousin help me make it. This was my first time doing this, so some of the cakes did overflow in the oven, but we made it work. And I let Allison choose the color of the cake and she chose pink, so that's what we went with. The cake wasn't looking too good, so I just said screw it and I let Allison decorate it how she wanted. It kind of reminded me of that cake from Max and Ruby. And the cake smelled great until I took a bite of it. The icing tasted horrible, so I just ate the M&Ms instead. I should have just bought a cake. But thank y'all for supporting and I want to give back, so I'm gonna send somebody in the comments a free Angel Club hoodie. And a lot of you guys told me on IG that you guys wanted a meet and greet, so tell me in the comments if you want it and I'll arrange it. But thank y'all for getting me to 1 million and it means the world. I only started a couple months ago.
My dad's girlfriend is trying to get rid of me. I'm a 15-year-old girl, and my dad, who's 43, has a girlfriend that is trying to get rid of me. My mom passed away 5 years ago, and I think of her every day. My dad went through a really bad depression and I had to take care of myself, basically. During the Christmas holidays, my dad told me that he had been seeing someone for a while. I noticed he was happier, and I guess I was happy for him. I didn't want him to be lonely forever, but I did feel like my mom was being erased completely. He never wanted to talk about her, and he got rid of all pictures with her in them. He said that his girlfriend will be spending Christmas with us and then moving in. I wasn't happy at all. I don't even know her, but I didn't say anything. I met her on Christmas, and usually my dad and I put the star on the tree that day. We would put the star on the tree and watch the Grinch. It's our tradition, and we kept it even when we were grieving my mom. It's the only tradition from when she was with us that we actually kept. When his girlfriend came over, he put the star on with her while I was in the bathroom. Also, we didn't watch the Grinch because she hates it. I know I sound spoiled and childish, but I was so angry. We've been doing this my whole life, and she just came in and destroyed it. The whole night, she didn't even bother to get to know me at all. She was all over my dad and pretty much ignored me. I told my dad about how upset I was about our tradition, and he said I should grow up and that things change. I didn't like her because she gave me a bad feeling, so I never got close to her. She complained to my dad about it, and he got mad at me for not making her feel welcomed. I felt bad because she makes my dad really happy, so I tried being more friendly with her. In front of my dad, she was nice to me, but when we were alone, she ignored me or spoke to me with attitude. She even told me that I was a brat, and I make my dad's life harder. I told him, but he didn't believe me and yelled at me for trying to sabotage his relationship. He said that I wanted him to die alone and be sad that I was selfish. I was so shocked because none of it is true. My dad basically treated me like I wasn't there at all after that. I felt like I did when my mom died, all alone. I stayed up really late one night because I just couldn't sleep and I wanted to sneak in a midnight snack. The girlfriend was in the kitchen on FaceTime, so I decided to be nosy and listened. She was talking about my dad and how much she loves him. Then she said that he had this, quote, dumb daughter, and she wondered if it was too late for adoption. My dad's girlfriend...
I wanted to ask if you could spare a dollar.
You may move along.
I didn't mean to offend you, brother.
Then move along.
My dad... Her and her friend laughed at that. She said that I was a little bee and she hated me. Her friend then said something about boarding school or military school, but I left, so I didn't hear the rest. I was so exhausted from all the crying I did, so I actually slept. I didn't tell my dad, and I don't even know if I should, since he probably won't believe me. I really miss my mom. I kind of just want to go live with my grandparents, my mom's parents, but I don't want my dad to think that I'm leaving him. What do I do? Can I even do anything? How do I get my dad to listen to me? Would I be wrong for leaving? Jumping into the future, there is an update. Since my last post, I spoke to my grandparents and told them everything. I asked if I could stay with them if I wanted to, and they agreed. I then spoke to my dad again and tried to tell him how I felt and what I had heard. I didn't want to film or record because I knew that he would be mad at that and wouldn't listen. He didn't believe me again and thought that I was jealous of having to share him with someone else. I got upset and I told him that I was leaving so he could live happily ever after without the burden of having me around. He looked shocked but didn't say anything. I had already packed my bags and had brought some things to my grandparents' house. My dad didn't speak to me for the rest of the day. My grandfather picked me up and I've been there since. I haven't gone home and I haven't heard from my dad. My grandparents told me that they would handle my dad and that I shouldn't have to be the one doing it. I'm upset that my dad hasn't called or texted me once to see if I'm okay. At the same time, I'm feeling so much better being with my grandparents. My grandmother is probably the sweetest person ever. And my grandfather is a little rough around the edges, but he's really a softie. Jumping into the future again, there's a final update. My dad came to visit me at my grandparents' place to talk to me. He brought his girlfriend with him. He said, "My girlfriend and I have been talking and we decided that it's best if you stay here." My dad said that I can come clean out my room completely and he'll help. He also said that after I get my things, we should also take a break from each other and reevaluate things in a few months or however long this takes. His girlfriend then said something about how she'll take care of my dad for me. In a few days, I'll be going over with my grandparents to get my stuff. We'll also be getting the important papers that some of you have mentioned. It doesn't look like I'll be going home anytime soon. I have a new home now, I guess. To be honest, I have been feeling pretty bad about some of the comments, specifically the ones saying that since I probably remind him of my mom, that's why he's like that with me. He got rid of everything of my mom's, and I was the last piece of my mom, so it makes sense that he doesn't want me anymore. I really wish that he was still here. I think he wants to start over.
Where's the computer you got from school? Where is it? Oh, right there? Where's the charger? Turn off them computer then, because it track where you live. Always turn them off. Open it and turn it off. Shut it down. What is? Your tea come out? When?
Yesterday.
Which one?
Laughed at that. She said that I was
an entitled, stupid security guard tries to. He then says, "If you keep bad-mouthing me, I'll have you banned from this store. Now unload your bag and give back all the things you just took off the shelves right now." I explained to him that I'm telling the truth, and that if he wants to go through my bag and check everything, I'm not going to stop him. But again, I haven't stolen anything from the store. And as I was trying to explain that I had just gotten off of work, he interrupted me and said, "I've had enough of your garbage. I've been here all day, and I've seen you repeatedly come in and out of the store with your bag loaded with things that you didn't pay for. I'm calling the cops to have you arrested, and I'm getting management to have you banned permanently." And at this point, I didn't know what to do. I tried to reason with him, but he just straight up ignores me and radios over to management as
his girlfriend is trying to get rid of me. I'm a 15-year-old girl, and my dad...
Just wanted to ask if you could spare $1.
It is the end of an era for Call of Duty. Call of Duty has announced today that the original Warzone will be shutting down starting September 21st. The current playable map in the original Warzone is Caldera, so they've also announced that player progression, gameplay, inventories, and all of services will be completely shut down for Caldera and original Warzone. But don't worry, guys, we still have Warzone 2, so that's not great. It is the end of an era for Call of Duty. Call of Duty has announced today that the original Warzone will be shutting down starting September 21st. The current playable map in the original Warzone is Caldera, so they've also announced that player progression, gameplay, inventories, and online services will be completely shut down for Caldera and original Warzone. But don't worry guys, we still have Warzone 2, so that's not great.
See my goals. I don't believe in failure, 'cause I know the smallest voices they can make it major. I only see my goals. I don't.
Nowadays, let you know it's a fake gun. They just dab a bit of orange nail polish on the end of that bitch, call it a day. And that kind of makes it a little hard for your neighbors to determine if you're outside playing or if you're committing an act of domestic terrorism. Yeah, hi, 911. There's a child with a deer rifle and he's running amok in the streets. So I'm sitting there at my base, which is David's front yard. I'm peeking through my scope like I'm about to put Lyndon B. Johnson into office. And I'm on the lookout for David. Now, where's David at? Well, David has ADHD, so he's not at his base, and he's not at my base. Hell, I don't even know if he even knew he was playing at the time. Probably forgot all about it, chasing a butterfly and shit. Now, David decides to walk to one of the busiest streets in the city and wave around what looks to be an automatic assault rifle in the air. Well, imagine David's surprise when about 4 seconds later, a goddamn paddy wagon pulls up in front of him. A bunch of cops pile out. They got their guns drawn on this completely oblivious, attention deficit child. Now, I wasn't there. I was around the block waiting to shoot David with my Kennedy killer. But I bet that turd in his pants was nowadays. But
that's not ideal. The neighbor's boat sank. We're gonna see if we can get it off the bottom and then maybe even buy it in the same video, Vukan style. We got A-Team here. We got John. We got Riley. We got the Weebo. And we have a plan. It's not a good one, but we're still gonna try. It's never stops. We're gonna try using this homemade junk here and see if we can't pull this boat up off the bottom. Probably heard it. That's a boat with potential right there. Doing God's work, Randy. I've got how many? God's work. 8 snakes. Too cold. You're a good neighbor. Can't tie a knot, tie a lot. Right. Might get somebody on the bow. I'll tell you what, you come. Getting in there. Want this one? Oh, okay. Metaphor for my life right here. You put it all back in the boat, Lou. I gave you about a 0% chance of success on that. Those are pretty good odds to me. I didn't expect that to work. But it is working. I have no idea. I don't even know whose boat this is, Reed. Hi. It was a lot harder than I thought it would have been. That's what she said. Yeah. The best of the best. Yeah. She's up. She's good. I think she's going to fire right up and take her over the marina. She's running. Oh, yeah. It's even got minnows swimming around the floor and everything. No, I don't even know whose boat this is. You bring your own bait. That's right. BYOB. All in a day's work. We got her up off the bottom. It's not my first rodeo. Stay tuned. Maybe we can...
Mama don't like you. She likes everyone. And I never lie.
Toys, I am E6000ing today. Just one toy, but it sounds weird to say.
Today is my refill day.
All these guys.
Ugh. I told her, don't give me anything unless I return all the containers first. Mixed nuts. Mild salsa. Whoa, okay, mama.
First refill, white kimchi.
Found a radish. So good. Wow. Pardon, Ma. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Kimchi refill 2. Mama's regular kimchi.
So now let's repack. We refilled the white kimchi. I'm taking my jar of pickles home. the regular kimchi that my mom made. I left the bloom at my parents' house. She just packed me her potato leaf kimchi. All ready to go. Bye-bye.
Am I trapped? No, I'm not. Oh my god. Oh, I'm trapped. Oh my god, this guy's a terrible driver. I'm out of here. I'm doing this, whatever this is. Holy crap! Oh my god, go, go, go. Hey, come on.
Huh? No.
What you waiting for?
What? I can't. Ma, you can't wash the bike.
Country in the world. Although to find out why, can you believe this is the only country in the entire world with no mosquitoes? There's also no snakes and no spiders harmful to human beings. Welcome to Iceland. When I
Okay, he tried to meet up today at noon with a 14-year-old. Have the chat logs from start to finish.
Wow. Do you think you can get me to 70 Fleming Street? Of course. Wait a second. You Jimmy Tom?
That's who I am. Who are you?
The name is Stina. So how come you drive so fast?
No fears,
Is that why you had your license suspended 9 times for speeding?
but no accidents.
Do you remember where I'm going?
70 Fleming.
Get me there before I finish putting on my makeup, and I'll double the meter.
You serious?
Do I look like I have a sense of humor?
Okay.
mascara and eyeliner left. You got 5 blocks. Don't tell me you're slowing down. You know, you drive like an old woman.
I'm not scared, are ya?
Yeah, just stuff is something holding the window up.
Caesar brings the aggressive American Bulldog Gunny to his dog psychology center. To rehabilitate him from attacking, Caesar needs to start by gaining Gunny's trust. So he wants Gunny to follow him into a swimming pool.
Every time he makes his paw that way, I win. Every time his paws go back, he wins.
If Caesar wins, Gunny will enjoy the results and learn to trust Caesar. But Gunny has no intent on losing.
Oh no.
And you need to turn that down. People are sleeping. Brothers and sisters.
Now we have a fight.
Can they hear it if the door's opened?
I broke your fucking neck in a two. You don't have no sympathy for nobody.
Mom, let's go.
Don't tell me my mom just going up. Come and lick you over.
Can you always do this?
Last year school, you never said you don't go.
I didn't want to go.
Maybe I'll be moving on.
Damn. Shit. The fence in here, bro. Find your bitch ass right, cause I'm out of here.
Always going.